welcome to Smash. I am John, and we have Pez here from Electric Slumber. Hello.
How are you doing?
Is that
I don't know if I'm on. Am I on?
Sounds like you're on. Are you on?
Yeah, I think
There
I'm
you go.
on.
Yep,
cool.
you're on.
How good?
How good. Awesome. So, Pez is from Electric Slumber, in case you haven't been following us on the socials. So, having him into Smash. Tonight is Smash. It's your local dose of metal, punk, and hardcore.
Yeah.
So, we did start the night there with Glass Ties from Adelaide, and then we did have Mind Force, hardcore band out of New York. And soon we'll be getting to Electric Slumber. So, first we'll have a chat to Pez or Sam or
G'day.
however you like to be called.
Pez is fine. How you all doing tonight? I hope you're all doing mighty fine. Thanks for having me on, John.
No, thank you very much for coming in.
No stress.
If there is anyone out there anyway listening, which we did have the text line lighting up last week, it's 0493 291 005. Feel free to send Pez a message.
Send us a sneaky little DM, slide on in.
Even some requests. We will yell them out no matter how silly they are. If you were listening last week, you will know that. But anyway, so tell us a little bit more about yourself, Pez. Tell us about Electric Slumber.
Oh, yeah. Well, the project came about essentially growing up. I listened to a lot of stuff in this similar vein to what I'm creating. So it all started with Queens of the Stone Age and then sort of went back a little bit into where Josh Homme started and consumed all of Caius's albums in a very short period of time. And then, things just sort of rolled on from there. We're going to have a listen to one of the...
It was the first track. We're going with Shame first. No, we're going with Countdown first. Sorry, my bad.
Countdown. Yeah, I was just going to say the...
That's the one you released not long ago.
Yeah. So if we're starting with Countdown, I mean, that's one of the newer tunes that I wrote. That one I actually...
So do you have written an EP?
Year. Yes, I have a whole EP sitting there. So there's going to be an EP drop early this year coming. It's sort of weird this time of year. It's like, is it this year? Is it not? No, It's early this year coming. Yeah. So in the next probably 8 to 12 weeks, I'm planning on dropping the EP. And then hopefully by then, live shows will also be ready to go.
Live shows, exciting stuff. We'll have to get into that a little bit more. So we'll start playing some Electric Slumber now. And so you can all have a hear of what he's been working on. A bit of hardcore for you. So that actually was, every time I get artists in here with us, I asked them to play a couple tunes. An artist pick, that was one of the artist picks, so that was Pez's choices. That was Bolt Cutter.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to tell us why you chose that one?
Yeah, chose Bolt Cutter, a bunch of local lads, really good guys. Shout outs to Callum and Dale,
Callum and Dale, shout out.
Yeah. Shout outs to them. They're doing really good stuff, kicking some goals, playing with Sick of It All next month.
Yeah, they are. I did see that.
January 24th at Lion Arts.
Ready to go.
Yeah. Got to get amongst it. But I had the pleasure. So that tune that you just heard off of their first EP, I had the pleasure of mastering that release. So. At
Jam House Studios.
Yeah, a little bit of Jam House Studios, just a not so subtle plug there, but
I'm gonna plug the hell out of it. I'm literally about to say, tell us everything and anything about it.
About Jam House.
About Jam House. You can't tell us enough.
Well, the reason why I was brought on board, I guess, to do the Bolt Cutter stuff is because Dale, who plays in Bolt Cutter, plays an ethanol blend, you see.
And his instrument?
Yeah.
Listeners out there?
Yeah. Ethanol blend, excellent bunch of local lads from down south. And they were actually the first album that I worked on, produced, mixed, mastered, all that sort of stuff, being the Blend Part 2, which has just been re-released on vinyl as well. But
perfect for a Christmas present.
All that sort of gear. I just work with locals. Anyone who needs stuff recorded, mixed, produced. I work across all genres, as you're going to hear tonight. Yeah. I've done that hardcore stuff.
That Bolt Cutter was his work, in case you heard. And before that, earlier was Electric Slumber, and we'll get to a little bit more of that in just a sec. So you recorded everything.
For
Absolutely
Electric
everything.
Slumber.
So this Electric Slumber, this
Yeah,
next
yeah.
track, we'll go with Shame next.
Ooh.
So this was written, recorded,
Produced, mixed, mastered, all that sort of gear.
absolutely.
And, well, with a lot of my solo stuff, I have this weird thing where I just sort of come up with an idea and then I record it and then I might abandon it for a long, long time. So Electric Slumber stuff's only started coming out this year. The guitar tracks that you hear are from 2018.
That was a while ago.
Yeah,
now.
that's to put in context, that's half a decade now.
Oh no.
Yeah, half a decade ago was 2018. Time moves in weird ways. But
that 2020 year definitely took us in a weird direction.
I'm sure that aged everyone about a decade. 2020 just on its own. But yeah, so I leave things cooking on the hot plate for a while, and then I go, oh, what's this folder? Stoner Metal 2018, and then I gave it a listen, and I was like, that actually sounds all right.
So the name, it's an intriguing name. I like it. How did that come about?
Electric Slumber.
Yeah.
The Electric was, of course, inspired by Electric Funeral, being the Black Sabbath tune.
Oh my God. Yes.
Electric Funeral.
The legend and
then
the gods.
I just wanted to come up with another, almost juxtaposing name.
I like
juxtaposing
it.
word
I like
to go
it.
against Electric. So, yeah, Slumber.
Slumber, yeah.
Fell into place. There were quite a few names that I didn't go with, but it was a big list. Can't remember any of them now, so don't ask.
Don't ask. You can read my mind. That's exactly where I was about to go.
Don't ask me. I got nothing, man.
Well, anyway, while we're playing this song, I might be able to squeeze one out of him. Anyway, this is Electric Slumber. This is Shame on Smash Wow FM. There you go. That was a brand new one from The Wired Serenity. That was called About You. That single just dropped last Friday. Just before that was Electric Slumber, and we have Electric Slumber.
G'day.
Electric Slumber in the studio. Every single member. Every single member has managed to fit in here.
Yeah, every single member. If you listen real carefully, you can hear all of them at the moment. If you listen real careful.
I was actually going to ask, do you try and stay within a template like, okay, so 2 guitars, bass, drums, or are you like 11 guitar parts, keyboard?
Look, I'm always tempted to go a little bit Billy Corgan-ish and just be like, you know what?
Billy.
Since we're not working with Beatles tech here, we can just layer as much stuff as we want.
Just lay off the Beatles before we go any further.
With those tunes that you just heard, though, I have tried to keep it pretty stripped back. So at any one time, I believe there's only ever 2 guitars playing. Yeah, and
so
essentially
semi-achievable live or achievable live.
Well, that was the idea, and I mean, funnily enough, I hadn't ever really planned on taking this band live, and I haven't yet, but I have plans to.
Yeah, no,
now.
I know the feeling. You start summing, and then you're like, hey, this would be fun to play live, won't it?
Yeah, that's it. It was more so I put out Shame, and I was just like, oh, yeah, there we go, that's that thing done. I'll put out another single, which is now Countdown, and then I'll drop the EP, and then I'll probably just move on with the rest of my life. But when I dropped Shame, I got a handful of bands, specifically the
Smash
one
included.
that really came through was
Smash slid into your DMs.
New Life Odyssey, who are a Adelaide like similar vein outfit, but instrumental. They messaged me and they're like, hey, do you want to jump on a date in the next 2 to 4 weeks?
Let's play a show.
Yeah, let's play a show together. And I was just like, oh, that sounds sick. I don't have a band. it's just me. So maybe give me a little bit of time. Give me a little bit of time. But I've now lined up a couple of guys. Shout out to Josh and Sam. We haven't had a jam yet, so who knows if they're still going to be on the lineup in
Josh
the new
and Sam,
year.
if you're listening, rehearse up.
Yeah, please make the date that we've set for a jam, man. I'd really love that. I'd appreciate you guys forever.
So I do actually ask that usually where the bands jam. What area where are you planning to jam?
Well, we're mostly south, so
yep.
you know, Twin Earth's always a solid one. Otherwise,
nice little studio
John
there.
Different John. Sorry, John.
No, he's a good
different
dude.
John. He's a good dude. He's a great
There's more
guy.
than one John? Wow.
Yeah. No, sorry about that. Sorry to shatter your reality a little bit, but other John, I love you guys equivalent. It's okay.
Oh, good. So he must be a good lad.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I know him. He is a good lad, so I'm pretty happy with that.
So between there or Sunset, probably, I reckon.
Yeah,
That's
they're the
probably the
go-tos. They're
Yeah.
So on Shame, well, actually, any other songs? Did you whip out the old hooly dooly?
Oh, just going straight to it.
Hooly dooly for our listeners out there. I'm referring to a fuzz pedal.
Yeah, a dual fuzz. Yes, I
with the number one, with not very many made that you make yourselves, and the very first one, I believe, was gifted.
Yes.
To none other than King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
It sure was.
And that's been used on every album since.
We don't know that, but
hey, I've said it. It's on the internet. It's been established.
They were very
that may not have happened.
They were very thankful for the gift. The way I managed to get to them was actually quite funny because it was at Vintage Vibes Festival. And for anyone who knows me, most of the time I dress in pretty much all black anyway, just, black tee, jeans, that sort of get up. And after a full day of being in the sun and drinking wine, I had brought the pedal in with me in a bag, and I got some very odd looks from security going in. The guy was like, "What's that?" And I was like,
"A guitar tech."
I was like, "Oh, it's a guitar pedal." No, this is just going into the festival normal. Security guy's like, "What's that in your bag?" I was like, "It's a guitar pedal." And he's like, "Okay," and just sort of let me through. I was like, "Oh, thank God." But after plenty of liquid courage over the day and red hot sun belting down on me, I decided to sneak my way backstage to meet King Giz. And so I waited for a group of roadies to be moving some PA gear through some of the fencing, heading backstage, and I walked over to them. And
just helped him.
Like, essentially, I put my hands on the gear. I was like, "You guys okay? Yep, all going okay." And just walk straight past security. No worries. I just looked like one of them, and then helped them plonk the gear down. They're like, "Oh, cheers for that, mate." And I was so cut. Like, I was so incredibly intoxicated. I was like, "Yeah, no worries." And then I just beelined for the artist bar and helped myself.
The one you have to pay for. It's very smart man. Very smart man.
Helped myself to a beer back there, and I just sort of had a look around and
rub shoulders with the elite.
I could see him hanging about. I had a chat to a couple of the guys. Robert Spencer from.
That name does ring a big bell. I should know.
Anyway, he's another muso from around the area, and he had the task of driving Giz to the airport afterwards.
Ooh.
And so I had a bit of a chat to him, and he's
they
like,
dabble.
"Oh yeah, blah blah blah." And so they essentially started heading straight from their green room straight to the taxi to take off.
So you caught him kind of,
I cut him off straight away. And I was just like, "Oh, hey, guys, blah, 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 love your music. I've built this for you. It's
one
fuzz.
of one. Fuzz.
Yeah, at that stage, it was just the one of one. It was essentially the prototype. There have now been 6 made and sold. I've got 3 on my bench in the midst of being
So
made
is
at the
Electric
moment.
Slumber just a glowing advertisement for it, or you funnily enough, don't even use it?
No,
It's all over
I
it.
did use it.
It's all over
I
it.
did use it because, predating these small box mass issue ones that I've made, I have the OG big box version that I made back in 2012.
In case you haven't heard, I'm feeling you're a bit of a gearhead.
A little bit.
A gearhead, muso gearhead.
Yeah, muso gearhead.
How many pedals do you have?
Misconstrue that.
How many pedals do you have at home?
I haven't counted them lately.
You lost count at 108?
There's enough that I have a display cabinet where they're no longer on display anymore. They're just piled on top of each other in there.
It's a storage cabinet.
Yeah.
It's not even a display.
Yeah. Because, I first got into pedals by, the initial thing was, I have a clean amp. How do I make it
slope, isn't
distorted?
it? It's
and then you just explore all these different effects. And then the way that the Hooly Dooly came about was I really wanted a Russian spec Big Muff from Electro Harmonics, right?
Yeah.
In 2012, they hadn't done reissues of them or anything.
Do my own.
Yeah. Oh, pretty much. Because I was like, to buy a legit vintage one from the 90s, they'll set you back like $500. And I was like, I ain't got $500. And I looked online, found the schematic, and the rest is history now. So, yeah, I just build them pedals.
And they're pretty much all gone though, aren't they? Is there any actually out there in case someone wants one?
Oh yeah, no, peeps are able
Make 'em on demand?
I've set up a pre-order now.
Yeah.
So peeps can jump on the website. I've got all the components at home for the next 10. So
All right.
So there will be 15 or 16 hovering around in the world by the time those pre-orders are up, and then that'll fund me enough to make more. Essentially, it's like an Ouroboros.
So earlier on, I did get you to talk, pick a couple songs from some artists you like. I have a feeling this band may have even influenced the Hooly Dooly sounds.
Oh yeah, big time. Definitely influenced the electric.
I'll let you
Slumber
introduce this next one
stuff.
for you then.
Yeah, no worries. Coming up for the next artist pick from Pez, who is Electric Slumber, It's I am the embodiment. But yeah, so this is a band from Argentina.
He is Electric Slumber.
Who got recommended to me by Underground Records. How long have
you been on these guys? Because they're not new. They've been around a little while. They're not old, but they've been around a while.
Yeah, so this was, I think, back
2016?
Yeah. So I got onto them about 2017, I reckon.
I'll let my guest have the potty mouth. What was the album called?
The album's called Whore. Apologies to all of our listeners at home. Look, I don't condone any of those bits and pieces. A lot of their
the following songs may contain offensive language. Listener discretion is advised.
Pretty hectic, but damn, the riffs get me going. So this is Mephistopheles.
That is it. Say that again.
Mephistopheles.
All right.
So
now here's a game I like to play.
Are you going to ask me to spell it?
Yes.
Okay, let's see how we go. I've got nothing in front of me. MEPHE. It's an I, isn't it?
It's an I.
STOPH.
No.
Damn. Oh, F. That's an F.
Yeah.
Instead of the PH. That's what throws me, because the actual spelling of the word, if you look it up, is with a PH, but they changed it.
So for our listeners out there, in case you want to hear this band, you're going to have to spell it, which sucks.
Mephistopheles.
MEPHISTOPHELES. And it spells
Mephistopheles. And this is the opening track from the album.
Totally not avoiding pronouncing that band.
This is Black Sunday.
Aware of it.
Another form.
Wow.
How did you enjoy that one? We were just quietly rocking out. And Pez enjoyed that one. So that was Bro Job. Bro Job. BROJOB. Bro Job. They're a Los Angeles band. That was Jingle Bell Rock, a cover from, I don't know who does the original.
Nah,
no idea who they're paying the royalties there.
But, guys, I've heard of Kissing Cousins, but Bro Job's the next level, I think. Geez, yeah, that was something else. I have never heard someone say, I'm going to deck your halls and crush your balls. That was something else.
Well, that was from their EP, A Very Deathcore Christmas with Bro Job.
Wait,
That was only released on the 1st of December this year.
Does
so
that mean that
there's
there
more.
are more?
Oh, there's more. We can play more if you want. I think we might even, considering we've only really got tonight's show because next week's after Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas will be done by then.
Having said that, next week, tune in. It's just going to be me, unfortunately, or fortunately, doing the best of 2023. So get on the text line and let me know what you think the best songs are this year in metal, punk, and hardcore. 0493 291 005. Next week's best of. Let me know what I should play. So yeah, that was Bro Job. Just before that was Pretty in Hive Mind. That's an absolute banger that came out late in November as well.
Love that.
And just before that was your favourite, one of your favourite bands, with their song Black Sunday.
Mephistopheles.
That's
I
it,
was wondering why you were going, and it was, that's right, because
I'm trying to throw
it
it to you. Yeah,
I need to say that. Sorry about
I can
that.
totally pronounce that name very well.
Yeah, I've heard you do it before. It's fine.
Okay, in case you're wondering, we do have Pez here from Electric Slumber. Have been playing their tunes, played a couple of their tunes tonight. That's all they've teased us with so far. They've got a whole EP and he's waiting on it. Well, he.
Yeah, I'm sitting on it, but I've received...
Just hatching it. Just hatching it.
Just hatching it. Just sitting on that egg. Just
5
waiting
years
for the right
now,
time.
half a decade.
Oh, mate. Well, for the first tune, then I went back and listened to it and I was like, actually, yeah, this is all right. I should probably do something with this. So then I decided to make some more.
Okay, so the others aren't as... Fair enough.
Countdown was newer. I think Countdown was only 2020. I laid that one down because I bought back onto the gear. I bought an electro harmonics.
Back onto the gear. He can't stay
pedal.
away from the gear talk. So just
is
before you start there, so he runs Jam House Studio, records all these bands, mix masters them, and he's got about 5 projects that he does everything for. Gearhead, makes his own pedals, and he's about to tell you another story about pedals.
Yeah, I bought a electro harmonics pitchfork, and it gives you 3 octaves of range.
I like those.
So it can shift and harmonise. And so the whole song of Countdown, I am actually only playing one string at a time the entire time, and it's all got a harmonised fifth above. So that running into the hooly dooly
very Royal
fills
Blood
it out.
like.
Oh yeah, entirely,
Very bloody.
entirely.
Royal Bloody.
Yeah, I was half tempted to actually run Electric Slumber as a duo, which still might happen. We'll see. But
If
yeah, we'll see if Sam can get his stuff together. I know he's not listening now, so I'm just going to give him some abuse.
well, he should be. So let's get stuck into it. If you're not listening, why isn't he?
Yeah, rude.
It's not
Let us know if you are listening, Sam. 049 329 1005. I can see it on the screen over there.
Brilliant.
You're welcome. Slide into our DMs, guys. I'm
Sam
waiting
from
for
Electric Slumber, that is.
you. Yeah. Electric Slumber and Jam House. Bloody get onto it. What have we got coming up next, dude?
Well, I was thinking about asking you to call out the weather.
Oh, the weather.
I do like to get our artists to
Well, yeah, that's all right. I'm happy to do
then,
the weather. I
'cause
think we got someone coming in though who can do the weather for you. He's
usually
he's at the door.
After the weather, we usually get silly, but we're starting it before the weather now. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we do have someone in the studio. I can't quite see who it is. Another celebrity. We had Steve-O in last week. If anyone was listening, who's this? Who is this?
Hi guys. I'm an American bloke, but I've suffered from amnesia, so I just read the weather now.
Am I supposed to know who this is?
I don't know myself, so
just a new guy coming in to do the weather. Sam's out going to the toilet.
I was just walking around outside, and Sam came up to me and was like, "Hey, would you mind reading the weather for me?" And I'm like, I think I've just been in a car accident. I don't know how I even got here or who I am. But he was like, I need someone to read the weather for me. And I was like, okay, I'll oblige. So here we have the 7-day forecast. For semaphore. On Wednesday, you will have a top of 20 degrees and a low of 13 degrees. Luckily, only a 5% chance of showers. On Thursday, we're looking at a top of 22 and a low of 13. Still only a 5% chance of showers. On Friday, it's going to be the hottest that it's going to be all week, with a top of 23 and a low of 15 degrees. Still only a 5% chance of rain. On Saturday...
He takes his time. He's always been in a car crash, can't you?
I am bleeding so much. On Saturday, we have a top of 23, still a low of 17, and still only a 5% chance of rain. Oh, everything's
we need some first aid.
Everything's getting a bit...
Oh, no, we need some first aid in. We need some first aid in here, right?
No.
This is no peace.
On Sunday, it's 20.
We need some... Smash!
Always
So, that is Tsunami out of San Jose, California.
Yeah, right.
How's your California accent?
Yeah, great.
Great.
Yeah, no, my Californian accent is fantastic.
Well, we do have a running joke here of Steve-O impersonations.
Oh,
How's your Steve-O? We're getting everyone to do it. As bad or as good as it is, last week we had a polarising one. We had one that people thought was good, some people didn't think was, but
might take it.
personally, I thought it was fantastic. It was some of the best radio I think I've heard in a long time. So,
hey guys, is this Steve-O? Is this close enough to? Is this close enough to see? I think I'm Steve-O now. I think I'm Steve-O now.
Oh man!
Oh man! Oh man!
Is this Steve-O?
There was a name.
All right, rate his Steve-O impersonation.
Just message in on 0429 329. I'm just looking back into the weather reporting guy now. 1005.
No, he's gone.
Sunday's a top of 20.
He's been taken away. No,
Raining.
radio. The weather's happened. The weather's happened.
Somewhat. But I don't know. How was that okay for Steve-O? Was that passable?
We're going to let the viewers, the viewers or
message in
the
0493.
What about any other? Do you have any others? Any other impersonations that you do well?
I can do a decent Owen Wilson. Owen
Very
Wilson?
punny. Go on. I have a feeling this is going to be very punny.
Wow.
Wow FM.
You're tuned into Wow FM. Wow.
I thought Owen was here for a second.
He was here for a second. Spiritually, I channeled him.
Wow.
Wow.
No pun intended.
Absolutely zero. That just happened.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
You are on Wow FM 100.5. You can stream us also live in the live stream. I haven't actually mentioned that yet. But yes, on wowfm.org.
Where do they tune in? Wowfm.org?
Wowfm.org.
Yeah.
You can stream in live and then on demand. We got all that on the socials. You can check that in. But we are at the moment on 100.5 Wow FM. We're with Pez from Electric Slumber. We were talking about music. We were talking about Jam House. We're talking about recording. We're talking about pedals. But now we're getting silly. Now we want to get personal with Pez.
Personal Pez.
Personal Pez. We've done impersonations.
We did the impersonations. Is the personal with Pez segment going to work well with other people? Or is it just going to be all questions about me that other people also have to answer in the coming weeks?
We started the personal Pez segment last week, and I think it went well. They just looked at me really blank, so maybe it didn't go too well.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Did ask them a couple of things.
Feedback.
And they were just like, what?
Just write that down. Okay. Personal Pez.
Personal with Pez.
Only relevant for Electric Slumber.
I'm glad that you were thinking of me ahead of time, though. I appreciate that, John.
Oh well,
makes me feel very welcome. So what have you got? What are you gonna?
Well, Well, tell us a bit about yourself. Where'd you grow up? Where'd you come from?
Where'd I go?
Where'd I come from?
Cotton Eye Joe.
Where'd you go? Cotton Eye Joe. Favourite guitar instrument. Favourite on-stage mishap.
Oh, gee. So there was a lot of things to cover
I just asked 10
there.
questions, but let's just go for the last question.
I was going to say, I remember all of them in order. I grew up in Cabina. That's on York Peninsula, out in the country.
Let's tell us about it.
I started playing guitar when I was 7. Electric slumber came from me listening to a bunch of Kyuss and Queens of the Stone Age. My favourite onstage mishap was with... I have a feeling it sounds like you're like one of those people auctioning off someone to date someone. Well, to be fair, the American guy who was doing the weather was pretty slow, so I feel I need to pick up the pace a little bit.
He's gone. He's gone.
He's out of it. I think he died. The ambulance didn't go far, to be honest.
No, he's fine. For all you listeners worrying about him, he's actually fine.
Yeah, he's probably fine. So favourite onstage mishap. I would say that when I was in my first band, I was told... So this is where a lot of my onstage persona came from. After my first band's show... Because I was like 15 at the time, right?
What was the band's name?
We were called Strike. Okay, we were called Strike X. Okay, we had an X on the end, and
That's not a bad name.
It was okay. We played like a lot of pop punk sort of gear, all that sort of stuff. A lot of Blink, a lot of all that sort of stuff, right?
This is yet to be embarrassing in any way, shape, or form.
Our very first show that we played. None of us moved on stage. We were too
right.
worried
One of those
about,
bands, yes.
We're too worried about concentrating on what we were playing. And apparently we played well, but we were boring. And then I was because we were a 3-piece, right? So I was the one not singing and I was playing guitar. So I decided to make up for all the lack of stage presence that everyone else on stage had, right? This led to a show where I was jumping around and being ridiculous. We were playing on quite a rise. I'd say maybe about as high as this desk that we're at now. So maybe
a meter, more than a meter.
Bit over a meter. I was jumping around and I slipped on one of my leads and fell off stage mid solo. Mid guitar solo, fell down, absolutely carked it. Playing, slipped, went bang, and apparently it stopped for like a second. In my memory retention of it, I just played flawlessly through it. Apparently, that's the way I recollected it. But everyone who saw it was just like, nah, man, there were definitely a couple of missing notes here and there when you hit the ground.
When this happened? How
old was I?
Yeah, so alcohol wasn't a part of.
Oh no, I was 16. No, alcohol's never been. You can't blame
alcohol.
No, alcohol's never been a part of my ridiculousness on stage. I just get into it. It has helped with a lot of other mishaps, like on stage while intoxicated.
Okay, what
throwing?
Would that have been your most embarrassing moment, or?
Embarrassing? Oh, look,
would you rather not? Would you rather just not go there? I mean, it's embarrassing.
Oh man, it's definitely up there.
We're past 11 now, so we got to cover the bad stuff.
It's definitely up there with stage antics, because a lot of the time, I don't know that I find anything that I do too embarrassing. I just make an ass of myself anyway. I just jump around, throw my instrument around. So
you got a song called Shame. Is that because you have none?
When I'm on stage,
yes.
Yeah. On stage, no sense of shame.
There you go, people.
Absolutely none. Yeah.
Song meaning as well. You're getting it all here on Smash.
On Smash. On Smash 100.5 Wow FM.
Actually, we'll get back to that. We've got to play some more music, but we need to get a stinger from you. We need to get a bumper. Bumper.
Okay.
When we get back, we'll try that out. We'll see if you're any good at it. And
no worries.
I'm gonna be super critical with you with that, if that's fine.
That's okay. I can take on criticism. I can do that.
Critical. All right. Well, anyway, let's get back to the tunes. If you've been listening to it for a little bit, just before, I'll get back to the songs we played earlier. That was Tsunami before, with YSAB, and Signals before that, We're getting the hardcore reins in, but now we're going a bit post-hardcore. This band is from Sydney. There's Sienna Skies. They're back.
Oh, yes.
They're back.
I've missed these guys.
I reckon it's been about 10 years. I don't know. It's been a long
Jeez.
time. They're back.
When did this one come out? What you're about to play?
This one only came out like 2 weeks ago, 29th of November.
Damn.
It is a hot mess. No, it's not really. It's called Mess.
It's Mess.
It's called Mess.
Let's
It's a
go
good
Sienna
mess.
Skies.
This is on Smash. We'll be back with Electric Slumber, and we'll be attempting to do a band bumper. Photo.
How good.
Photo on Smash. Smash. That was Volta bringing you their latest. Suffocating is that song. That was only released, I think, on Halloween this year, so that wasn't too long ago.
What is the
Suffocating.
title 2 words? Is it suffocating or is it just suffocating?
I believe it's 3 words, so it's cating.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's the third. That's the second word. Oh,
That's a word.
it's strange. Yeah, no, it's an interesting offer. Yeah. But anyway, onto that. We do have Pez from Electric Slumber. If you have been joining us, as some of you listeners has, we've got a couple texts in on the text line on a 0493291005. We had someone just simply saying love to Electric Slumber.
Thank you.
How'd you like that one,
much.
Pez?
I appreciate that. I like that a lot.
Love.
I love the love.
He loves the love that has been sent
Via text message.
That's what Smash is about, ladies and gentlemen. Smash is all about.
My
Positive love for the metal.
validation via texts. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot.
Well, okay. So the next one could be interesting then. So
Okay.
we did ask you listeners what you thought of the Steve-O impersonation, and it looks like this one's actually from Steve-O himself. From Steve-O. It says from Steve-O.
Oh, wow. Steve-O messaged in. That's
Steve-O
insane.
messaged in at approximately 10:09 tonight. So
That's
that was
insane. He must be tuned in
not long
online.
ago. Yeah. He'll be tuning online at wowfm.org. He might even be in Adelaide. Does anyone even know where he is? He could be in Adelaide. He could be tuning in on 100.5
That's
FM.
wild. That's wild. What did Steve-O say?
Oh, you don't want to know.
I don't want to know what Steve-O said. Why? What
From
did Steve-O say?
He said, we said probably, so it was nice. It was nice, but the rest of it wasn't nice at all.
Wait, is
He
this
said it was probably a 0
in regards to my impersonation?
In regards to your impersonation, yes. Unless he's talking about his show, but I doubt that. Steve-O loves his show. He was in the studio last week.
He was in the studio last week, and look, Steve, I'm sorry I've let you down, man. I've let you down. I've let my family down.
All right,
I've let our listeners down.
You've let me down too.
I've let John
You've let me
down.
So you can redeem yourself.
Okay.
So we have been getting bands when they come in.
Yeah.
We want them to be, give us a bit of a band bumper ID. Do you know what that is?
A bumper ID.
Bumper ID.
Is that like the thing that you play between songs and stuff? Like a little bit of an intro-y sort
That's
of thing?
exactly what it is. It's
Look at me knowing
not.
what some things are. No? Oh.
No, that's it.
Oh, thank God. You had me.
I had you,
had
yeah.
me.
So, for example, we had the Fair Cool Boys in and they were like, hey, blah, 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 Fair Cool, you're listening to Smash.
Okay.
So, we're going to record it on air tonight. So,
Okay, cool.
We're gonna just make sure everything's all good.
Yeah.
Let
Make
me
sure
just-
everything's
let me
rolling.
just roll this up right. Yeah, okay. So,
Okay.
give it to me.
Okay.
Wait. Come on now. Have you not been in show business? Listen. And 1, 2.
Hi. This is
Cut.
Pez. Oh, jeez. No,
What
I'm
was
sorry.
that?
I felt that one.
Was there any energy?
That was wrong. That was wrong. Okay.
Okay.
I got this one. Okay.
And 3 and 2.
This is Pez from Electric Slumber, and you're tuned in to Smash on 100.5 Wow FM. How was that one?
I didn't mind it, but see, you put a lot of emphasis on the "your,"
On your.
and
okay.
you're tuned in.
Okay.
They know who they are.
Okay. What
are you trying to do?
Okay, I'll emphasize a different bit.
I think it's pretty.
Smash?
I'd like to think it's pretty obvious what word to emphasize. I'll leave that with you.
Okay.
And in 3, 2.
This is Electric Slumber, and you're tuned in to 100.5 Wow FM.
Wow, indeed. Wow, indeed.
Wow.
Look. I'll give you another go. Maybe.
I don't know how I'm not doing it right, John. This is not good. Okay.
Have you listened?
No, it's all right. I got this.
Have you listened to radio before? Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
And 3, 2.
This is Electric Slumber, and you're tuned in to Wow FM. Smash. Was that better? Was that better?
How did you feel about that one?
I think Steve-O
Shall we go to a song? You go outside, recuperate.
I think Steve-O messaging in has just thrown my chakras, and
look, I'll be honest,
it's just not aligned. I just can't. I'm
sorry,
willing to give it another whirl, but
I'm sorry, Pet. I'm cutting your mic off. I'm sorry, buddy.
Hey, this is Steve-O from the Jackasses, and you're tuned in to Woody FM on 1005.
See? Pez.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What?
Did you hear that? You can tell
the Steve-O bumper.
Well, you can tell Steve-O's obviously been in the business for years and years. That was perfect.
Yeah, you're right.
So you've got one more go.
I get one more shot.
Basically, just he nailed it. I think he might have mispronounced one word, but it was so good. I can't even remember what that word was.
It's Steve-O. It's Steve-O. You can't doubt the Steve-O.
One more chance.
Okay.
And then we'll get back into the tunes because we need to play some hardcore.
Oh yeah, we do.
All right. In 3, 2.
Hi, this is Pez from Electric Slumber, and you're tuned in to 100.5 Wow FM.
Oh, jeez. I mean...
100.5 Wow FM.
No, I'm sorry, mate. That's it. Too bad.